Hey everyone, it's Chris and Charlie, who's behind me, here from Daily Motor, and today we're driving the 2022 Hyundai Kona N, Hyundai's hottest compact SUV, even though it's not actually really an SUV, it's mostly just a tall hatchback cosplaying as an SUV, and it has a ton of N badges, which means it is a hot compact, a hot hatch, which is one of our favorite segments of cars here on Daily Motor, at least my favorite.
Except it's not a compact, it's a subcompact.
Subcompact, sorry. Subcompact. A hot subcompact. It doesn't sound as cool to say hot subcompact as it does to say
sport compact
or sport compact. We've got dual exhaust tips. This does have an active exhaust. It gets pretty dang loud.
I just love how crazy they went with this car, because I was just saying to you earlier today when we were talking outside of the M3 competition. I'm sorry.
X3M competition. It's okay. Today is just
I've said
we're
so
getting
many
through
wrong
it.
BMW names today.
Yes, you have.
That's always been a thing, because there was that
You're gonna whatever it is, you're gonna say it wrong though, aren't you?
the iX drive. I called it the M760i, XI, something like that.
iX drive?
The X.
The iX?
iX. Gosh.
Okay.
Anyways, I like how crazy they went with this car, because I was just saying how manufacturers should be more weird.
Yeah.
And be more out of the box. Look at this. There's design everywhere.
I like the white too.
There's this, and look at this deep body crease here, and these panels, and the busy wheels. I mean, heaven forbid you have to clean one of those, but I like it. I think
it looks like the Stig.
It does look like the Stig,
looks
and
like
I bet
the
it goes
Stig.
like the Stig.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive out of this thing.
Front wheel drive, we're running on some Pirelli P0s today.
Do you have any tooth fillings?
Hmm?
Do you have any tooth fillings?
No, but I thought maybe I would have to after we crashed the TRX.
Ah.
But it actually don't think anything happened.
It's good you don't, because they'd get rattled out.
It's very stiff.
Yeah,
so this is the
fries.
stiffest of the N cars. Excuse me, there was something on my glasses there. This is the stiffest of the N cars. You're gonna fire it up? Nope, you're just gonna look under the hood. Okay.
It's a short hood. Very compact, if you will.
That's an engine.
It's a turbo.
Okay.
It's an turbo.
Turbo. Like the Roadster, this is the turbo.
Yeah, this is the Conan.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. That's what we should,
Okay.
you should do the, Photoshop some like red hair on the top for the thumbnail.
Oh, right.
For the Conan.
The Conan. All right, well, let's start it up. You want to stand behind it while I start it up?
I can do that.
Get some audio?
I don't have the binaurals, but
yeah, it's okay.
it'll be audio.
All right, so I'm going to try and start this in N mode. So I'm going to go ignition on here. And we're going to put it into N mode. Okay, so we're in N mode. And we're going to see what this cold start sounds like. I guess it wasn't necessarily a cold start because the car's not cold. Okay. Did you get
You're gonna
some
find
audio?
this comical. The sound only comes out of one exhaust pipe.
Really?
Yeah, go check it out. Mostly because I want to drive.
You want to drive?
Yep. It's only out of the right pipe.
Can I make an observation? We shoot these reviews, okay? One of us records and the other one drives.
Yeah.
Every time. Okay, anyways, go ahead. Oh! Yeah! No, that's good. That is tasty, but it comes out of the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Pretty cool. Oh, we get the beep because the key's in my pocket. Did you say anything that I'm going to have to bleep while I was outside
No,
of
but the vehicle was very upset that the key was not in it, so it's got angry.
Ooh, that just blew out the mics, shutting that door.
Well, good thing you've got a hard limiter.
Yep. I have things in the back.
Oh, what things?
Like my camera bag and
We have Alyssa's fries,
Alyssa's fries that are definitely not contaminated.
Well, were there no straps for you to strap down your things? Because we're going to go around oversteer.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
See how well the Topher's bag insulates your gear.
Yeah. I'm mostly concerned about the glass container that I have with butter in it.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
The ravioli.
the ravioli sauce that's left over here.
Do you want to secure that, or you want
No,
to
just send it. It's fine. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Apologies to anyone if the camera literally comes off my face.
Yeah, some people like to complain about camera shake. You're going to get it today.
Whoa.
The thing is, it's not that fast.
Was that flat out?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is so raw, and you feel every shift.
Yes, you do.
We were just in the RS3, and we're talking about how the shift should be more like grab you by the scruff of your neck. That's what this does.
Get behind this wide body scat pack.
Yeah, we can make him really insecure.
Yeah.
This is what we get for trying to shoot a review at 3:40 in the afternoon.
What does it say on the back? Redline Oil, NMCA. Oh, gang, that's what my shirt is. The shirt that I like to wear a lot, NMCA.
Okay.
National Muscle Car Association, I think.
Hell yes, it's fast. Can we please embarrass him with this little white marshmallow?
Dude, if we were in the X3M, we
gosh.
would smoke that thing.
We would smoke him in pretty much any car we've had this week.
Yeah, not this though.
And this is the least smoking car that we got. I'm gonna use N grin shift.
Oh, good. He's gonna get the extra overboost, guys. Let's see if he can pass the Scatty. Unless it's a Hellcat, I didn't even pay attention.
It's wide body, so I think it has to be a Scat.
No, that's a Hellcat. That's a Hellcat. I see the badge on the side of it.
Could be fake.
I don't think it's fake.
Go, 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 go. Really?
He's giving like 10% throttle.
Yeah. No fun, Mr. Sir.
Ah, pops and burbles.
Pops and burbles.
Not as loud as the Veloster N though.
No.
With the 6-speed manual.
Oh wow, we actually have a clear oversteer?
Don't jinx it. Silverado's gonna.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay. My stuff must have already been on the right-hand side of the car. This thing is crazy.
Oh, the steering is really quite good. Brakes are
you
good.
shifting it?
No. Letting the car do its own thing. You and I have both driven these on track, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and autocross, so we know what they're capable of. First time we've had it on Michigan roads, though.
Yeah, oh god, you gotta... Excuse me bracing myself, everyone. Oh, no. Oh! I don't think the parking brake likes to do parking brake things.
I think maybe Car and Driver ruined it.
Yeah.
See, you can have fun in a car like this for a half to a third of the price of some of the other cars we've had recently, just because of the way they tuned it, the way they made it so snappy and go-kart-like and loud and silly, but capable all at the same time. And I don't feel unconfident. I don't feel scared in the car, but it's really making the most of that 200-some horsepower. The steering wheel is, look at that. It's like yanking itself around.
Was it torque steering badly?
Would you like to drive?
Yes, please.
I'll give you the boring roads.
Thanks.
Yep.
Charlie always strategically sets me up to
have poor driving skills.
Yeah. That was the worst sounding vehicle
Look at his exhaust.
I've ever heard, yeah.
Daily Motor, the only channel that gives you the passenger's perspective first.
It is running slightly hot, Charlie.
222.
Yeah, it's above half on the temp gauge is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, good.
I'll be nice to it for a second.
You can go across back down to Grove and we can get to my house so we can just deliver Alyssa her fries.
Just go straight here?
Right here, but then down to Grove. Like,
did you turn my heated seat on?
I did. Thought you might appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you didn't want to follow the
No, I'm going to try and get around him. That is hot. That is so hot.
Okay, Will Smith. I like this. This is like a...
Keep my wife... Yeah.
It's pushy. Elbow check. You know, Alyssa pointed something out to me when we were watching the CX-30 review. She said short people don't have the same elbow observations that you and I do because our elbows don't rest. Like her elbows, she said, don't rest on cars typically. They stay elevated the way yours
Oh, really?
are. Yeah. So
that's pretty decently soft, actually, right there.
it is. You should ask Emily about that sometime if elbows are a consideration of hers.
Okay, we have to.
This ride is horrendous.
We can't do this. How do I put it back in? There we go.
Chris is having a sensory moment right now. Just wait.
Too much going on.
His seat is hot. There's degenerates all around him.
And I need to be over there.
He needs to be over there. This FCA product is going to keep him from making his turn.
A lot of plastic in here, but
yeah, it's made to be cheap. You're paying for the powertrain.
I love the steering wheel, even though it's literally disintegrating.
This car is 6,000 miles, which is like 60,000 for a
60,000 journalist miles. Yeah.
We've been averaging 10 miles per gallon. I don't know how that's so low.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine having one of these over an Elantra.
Yeah, I don't really... So this car is a little bit confusing to me because the Elantra's fabulous, and it makes sense because it's in that segment with the Honda Civic Si, Golf GTI, all that sort of thing. But then, and the Veloster was also sort of in there, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they killed the Veloster and put the Elantra in its place.
Mm-hmm.
But this car is just a little bit weird because they call it an SUV, but you can't really do any SUV things with it. I guess you get a little bit more headroom in this car.
Yeah.
It's a hatchback configuration.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. And you can only have the DCT in the Kona. You cannot get a manual.
Yeah. They figure people who want activity space don't want to shift their own gears, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. But
yeah, I would like to shift my own gears in this car. Oh my god. Could you imagine a manual in this? It'd be a riot.
Oh, it'd be nuts. Maybe that's what they figured, is it'd be too irresponsible to put a manual in this car.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
If they just added one little strip of like blue N color, it would pop the interior a lot more.
Pop that interior.
I would be willing to pay an extra $20 for this car if it just had a little cross stitching on
Think
the
about all of the R&D they'd have to do to put a blue strip in here, though.
You're right. How could I have been so dense?
That's right.
And obtuse. Okay, I think Chris wants to be done recording now.
Yep.
This is really just the better version of that. Half the price, twice the fun.
That's right. If you can't see on camera, BMW X3M. Oh,
that's nice.
Gotta have that. X3M competition leaving for the week, but both of us had more fun in the Hyundai Kona N.
Absolutely.
So much so that the Topher wants to buy this car.
Yeah.
That's how much we grew to love this thing. I mean, like, it's quite impressive.
I am glad that you and I called that he would like this car, because he didn't like the RS3 like we expected him to.
Right.
But he did like this. And of course the engine oils do.
Yeah, a lot of...
Because you put 3,000 miles on this. You like pulling the handbrake, don't you?
Well, it's a DCT, so I feel like I need to.
Also, what is that?
I don't know what that is.
I
don't
think
that was me. I'm not blaming anyone, but I don't
first you didn't drive the X3.
I don't think it was me, because look at all this.
Then you didn't get sick on the interior console of the...
I just feel like I would have remembered what that was. I mean, I guess it could have been me. It's already warm, so it doesn't make too much of a racket.
Fair.
Well, the cold start is very obnoxious.
Did you ever use this drive mode selector?
To go into Eco, yeah.
I've always just found myself using this. I didn't even realize this existed at first.
You don't do that anymore because Chris programmed a third N mode over on that side.
Custom 1. N. Custom 1. N. What happened to all their drive modes?
They're down here.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what he did. He reconfigured a bunch of stuff.
Boy, that is dramatic. So wait, this does N.
That also does N.
This also does N.
Oh, that's the new one. He made one with everything off.
Okay, that's a very Chris move. In the spirit of the Topher, let's head out. Yeah, they really, in fact, we really ought to start this mode, or this drive, just in normal mode, because it's the normal driving that's just as impressive and what makes this car valuable, more so than the N mode. I mean,
Yes.
N mode is a lot of fun, it's really great, but everyone these days, like the X3M, is making hardcore, fast, aggressive driving cars. It's the bandwidth of this car that makes it great.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't like the white face cluster.
I don't either. It's too bright.
I like that cluster.
They should allow you to customize it.
Yes, so I drove around in eco mode when I wasn't feeling like a yob, so that was about 5% of the time I was driving this car. The other 95% of the time I spent with this car, I was in N Custom 1, which we have set everything, well actually, I guess it's only engine transmission in Sport Plus.
Okay.
Are you receiving a phone call?
No, just receiving a sore butt.
Sorry. But we actually switched transmission to Sport because it shifts a little bit smoother.
Okay.
But then steering and suspension in normal.
Here we are in normal, just waking up, departing, getting going, and it's a calm, easy to drive, docile vehicle.
It just drives like a car.
Yeah, which is honestly, boys and girls, sometimes what you want to have in a car. You don't want to have to be violently shook every time you depart your driveway in the morning, as you would be in the X3M. We need to stop comparing this car to the X3M. Everything's relative. I've said to Chris before, if we really wanted to be the best journalists possible, we'd have to keep a 2016 Accord EX in the parking lot in between every car, cleanse our palate with the Accord EX.
It's like ginger when you're eating sushi.
Exactly.
We could get that. We can make the license plate ginger.
Ginger. Yep.
It could be a red or a gold Accord.
There you go. Yeah, I mean this is a perfectly nice place to be. I like the size of the steering wheel, both the thickness and the width, the diameter.
Yeah, and everything you touch, like everything N exclusive in here is nice. I'm not a big fan of the dashboard design and the door panels. Like I think they're very cheap looking, but at the end of the day, it's still a Kona. It's just a spicy Kona, and they've given you some spicy bits in here. And once you're actually driving this thing, none of this stuff matters. You don't think about this anymore.
Yeah, two things I want to point out. One, the reason this car is quite good is because it's based off a car that's quite good. The normal Kona is a good little subcompact SUV, and I don't think we've had one in for loan since you've been here. We've had the electric.
The electric one, yeah.
But we haven't had just a normal. Is that an ice? Is that a boomer spec Mustang?
That is an ice white. It's probably the press car, because why would somebody have actually bought one?
We should go embarrass it. And that's the nice thing, is when you do encounter an ice white Mustang.
Oh, and grid shift.
It's yanking me around the road.
It is.
No, that's it.
Not the press car.
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah, they have, I don't know if you noticed, an Mach 1 this week has a normal plate.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Who was that? I didn't notice.
Oh, you're going to be held up on oversteer by a creeper mobile.
I can smell it from here, actually. Can you smell it?
A little bit, yep. There is a novelty to timing your N-grin shift press so that whatever corner you're going into, you still have overboost.
You only have 20 seconds for N-grin shift. Oh man, this was polite of him.
I wasn't even trying to do that.
Why did it bounce like that?
Because it was yanking me back and forth.
Oh god. So this is the other thing about this car, is it gets genuinely hardcore. Even more hardcore than the Elantra N and the Veloster N when you really want it to. It's hysterical.
The short wheelbase helps, the transmission helps,
it's so stiff. The suspension is ridiculously stiff. It's like Focus R, and look at the torque steer. Yeah.
Here, I'll take off here. You just look at the wheel.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep an eye on the steering wheel. Oh my god. That is remarkable.
Yeah.
Oh heavens.
But again, simple turn of that.
And we can go over this bump. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah? Actually, let's go this way.
Oh god. I've never gone this way.
Really? It's a nice little winding road, no pun intended.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to go this way, actually.
Yeah, you are. It's a public road. Now, on the motorcycle, you're not allowed to do it because I go 70, but in this car...
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So, based off a good chassis, or a good platform, the Kona in general, what was the other thing I was going to say regarding that before I started having too much fun? Oh, I was going to say, they could go just a little bit further and add some color to this dash area, and it shouldn't cost that much.
Yeah,
just take a little
piece.
your performance blue right here and just speckle it in, even if it were just this little strip.
Yeah.
Oh, and a little
stitch it.
Yeah,
stitch it.
Just something. Just little bits would go a very, very long way in livening up this interior. Think about what if they did like these like little blue slats right here on the edge, and then in the center there. They need to start, now that they're here, they need to start thinking here. I mean, they need to keep pushing themselves up.
Right.
And that's a good problem to have. I mean, it's not a complaint of mine. It's just, here's a recommendation, Hyundai, to do even better.
Yeah.
I'll let you drive us home.
Okay. I thought we were going to do some mild off-roading.
I mean, that's the thing. You can do that with this car.
Yeah.
And I know you say it in jest, but
yeah,
it is true.
I have a Topher fact for you.
Okay.
6.7 inches of ground clearance.
That's quite
in
good.
the Kona N.
For how fun this car is,
yes.
It's quite good. When I first drove the prototype of this car, it was on bumpy roads in Santa Cruz, California, and the thing was so violent, it shook me all around.
Yep.
The GoPro was bouncing.
Yep.
And I thought, what? who would get this? Why does this exist compared to the Elantra and the Veloster? But now, especially that the Veloster's dead, but I do understand, I do get it. This is the type of car that if our world is going to be overcome and overtaken by crossovers, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, well, this in my mind is just a hatchback.
It really is, but shh, don't tell them.
Yeah, sorry if you're an actual Hyundai Kona buyer. This is an SUV, and it's the best SUV on the market right now.
Yep. Ignore the fact that it's front-wheel drive only. Because it does have ground clearance.
That is hilarious, yeah, that it's front-wheel drive.
But it's good because, I had a conversation with the Topher yesterday.
Oh, I'm glad it's not all-wheel drive.
He was telling us about
It'd be less fun.
A certain all-wheel drive hatchback produced by a Japanese manufacturer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it may or may not have felt very quick. And because it is all-wheel drive, that could be a culprit, because all-wheel drive is extra weight and it's extra drivetrain loss.
Right.
This car doesn't have that. So not only do you have less weight, you have less drivetrain loss, you get the antics that come into being a front-wheel drive car. This car would be boring if it were all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
So if you're about to go in the comments and say the Kona N should be all-wheel drive, you're wrong, and I'll ban you. So you learned exactly how to make the most exhaust noise. That's good. That's excellent. Unfortunately, you will be confused for Chevy Trailblazers.
Oh, yeah, that does look exactly like us, doesn't it?
It does.
It's just so obnoxious.
It is.
And hilarious.
You know what's interesting? Chevy could do a Trailblazer SS and have this.
Yeah, but it wouldn't.
But they could.
No.
You own a Cobalt SS, and that's a properly fun little car.
It is.
Chevy used to do that.
Yeah, they can't do that anymore, though, unfortunately.
Which is a shame, because we would buy those type of cars then, but we can't. We'd have to buy this because this is just so much better.
I don't think anyone could make something like this.
Why not?
Who would? Well, they could, but they wouldn't.
Right, and that's
Who
a
else
shame.
would make something like this? Nobody would. Nobody else does. Mini?
Mini would be the closest.
This is but this is even crazier than that John Cooper Works thing that we were driving.
Yeah. But
however, I will say I drove the Countryman John Cooper Works, and it was pretty fun. It wasn't as fun as this, but it was pretty close.
if Mini still offered the sport exhaust, it would be there. And when the Topher and I drove the Mini JCW GP, it was much closer to this.
Well,
But that car's like $50,000.
Yeah, and that's like a smaller hatchback. It's
Yes.
a little bit bigger. I think Ford should have made a C-Max ST, and it could have been like this.
Chris. Stop. You can only make me so erect.
Oh, you would have had like 7 of those if they made that car.
X-Plane.
Just like every color that they offer, every option.
rather than contours filling our garage, it would be
C-Max
C-Max
STs. And like the odd C-Max energy for when you actually needed to go to be efficient go somewhere. So if you can't tell, we've had a great week with the Kona N.
Yeah.
We really, really properly enjoy it.
Do you have any complaints?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's impressive because I don't think I do either. I like I said, I have suggestions for improvement, a little bit extra performance blue. Because they have this. Look how good this looks.
Yeah. You could do it. I would
It's not
say that
complaining.
I wouldn't say it's a complaint, but yeah, no, you could. I mean, of course, you could elevate this interior. I appreciate the black headliner. I think that's nice.
I
love
also
the
appreciate that
seats.
there's no sunroof because that would add weight up top that would affect your center of gravity.
This is like a properly hardcore car.
It
I've
is.
driven this on track, and it's so dialed in. It's so balanced, and it's so like it's honestly just it's such an impressive little piece of engineering, and you wouldn't expect that from a Kona. If you haven't driven a Kona N, go and drive one because you don't fully understand it until you get behind the wheel because it's such a riot. It's so fun to drive.
Another thing that's excellent about it is a Kona buyer could still get one. I had Alyssa drive this car. Did Emily drive it?
No, she didn't.
Okay, well,
should have had her drive it.
Alyssa drove this, and she was like, that was a lot of fun. It wasn't for a long time, but she was comfortable.
Yeah.
She liked it. It's a very approachable car. I couldn't have her do that in something like a Civic Si, unless it were the CVT, in which case I'd have to kill myself. Right. This is you got the proper transmission, the proper engine, the proper drivetrain, the proper... It's just, you can tell they set it up to have fun.
Yes.
Physical climate controls for the HVAC, a good touchscreen infotainment system with
It's
no
a great
BS.
infotainment.
Great infotainment.
Yeah.
The sound system leaves something to be desired. We'll say it's not
decent
fantastic.
detail, but no power.
Yeah.
Zero power.
Yeah, but the good thing is you can just listen to the exhaust and you don't have to use the sound system.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just I drove it to 2 parking structures in this car.
And
solely for the reason to be obnoxious in the parking structure.
And you all should know that's a very Charlie move. That's not a Chris.
Yeah,
sort of,
no, I don't
Chris was
usually
like,
do that.
I'm in my Cayman S and I'm shifting classy and I don't redline it until it's warmed up for 30 minutes. So for him to seek out not 1 but 2 parking structures to be a knob is impressive and says a lot about the car.
Yeah, and also to continue when I saw a worker there.
Just
Yeah, this car brought out the high schooler in me for sure.
Which is something we need more of in this world.
We did 11 MPG on that little run.
Impressive. Still probably better than the X3M that we just took out.
Oh yeah, that probably got 7.
What color would you have?
I really like the white, but I think I would probably do performance blue.
I think I'd do performance blue as well. I like the red, but the red's a little too loud for me. Although the black looks the tits.
Yeah, I know you like the black.
And the black hides this. If
I
have
like any color on this
one
car.
complaint about this car,
Oh.
the entirely unfunctional nostrils.
Yeah. Yeah, they could do without that. They did a lot of designing on this car. There's a lot of design.
A lot of design.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw paint at the wall and it all
has
stuck.
like 14 different taillights back here.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
I actually
But it's okay.
I preferred the pre-facelift
Yeah,
color.
you can tell we used this thing this week.
Yeah, heavens. Good.
I did drive this a lot. I was having a lot of fun in this thing.
So is this up there in your top 4 best cars we've had this year?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yep. All right. Well, do you have anything else left to say?
I don't.
Buy a Kona N.
Kona N, great car.
Or buy an Elantra N, but probably buy the Kona. Well, no.
They both have reasons.
I was gonna say, buy whatever one makes sense for your life,
Test
but buy
drive
an
both.
N car. Buy them both,
Test drive both.
or buy them both.
Or buy them both.
Mhm.
Sure.
His and hers.
Since
N cars.
Ford has forsaken you with STs, and yeah, isn't that crazy? The closest thing you can get to this from Ford is an Edge ST.
Ugh. I hate that car.
It's
dreadful. Terrible.
So bad.
The Explorer ST is better.
It's better.
Yeah.
But not in the way that this is.
Yeah, that's right. All right, everyone. Well, there you go. Concluding the week with the Stormtrooper with the Stig helmet, and we're sad to see it go. But hopefully we'll get another one next year, continue to have some fun in some N cars. Charlie's taking a photo of something.
It's just cool wheels.
Yeah.
I'm an influencer.
Oh yeah, he is an influencer. You gonna post that on Instagram?
I should.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. You can see the N on the brake caliper.
That is a very cool photo right there.
And here's the thing. One way that Hyundai was able to save money and make this an attainable car is they didn't stick with brands like Brembo or Öhlins for suspension or anything.
Yeah,
they
these
kept
are
it
just
in-house.
Sonata brakes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The brakes are in-house. The transmission, they developed a dual clutch in-house so that
Yep.
they could use it in a lot of their products. And that has allowed them to make affordable performance cars like
That's
this.
right. Mm-hmm.
And never once pushing the brakes did I think, boy, I wish these were Brembo.
No. I mean, everything about this car dynamically is fantastic for the size, the class, the price. I don't think there's anything else I'd rather have for 35 grand, honestly.
Go for some clear side markers.
Oh yeah, hook it up. Don't wrap them in white, but if you could get clear ones, I'm sure that some company on Amazon sells clear ones.
Certainly.
All right, well, we're just
rambling because we don't want this car to leave.
We don't want it to leave. But thank you all so much for watching. We are Chris and Charlie here with Daily Motor, and as always, Charlie, take it away.
And on.